Hi everybody. I just wanted to welcome to our channel. This is my StateBoard kit, and today I am going to go over the esthetician kit. So I'm going to let you know everything that is part of our kit, everything that's included. The one thing about the esthetician kit is that there's already products in there. So you already have the massage cream, you already have the cleansing cream, so everything is on there. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn this around so that way y'all can see it. Alrighty, so as you can see, this is the kit that it comes with. What I like about this particular kit is that it's something that you can use afterwards. Something that, you could utilize. You could use it as a filing. You could use it to put any of your products in there. What I like is that it is where, it pops up. So everything is in there. You don't have to worry about anything except your own mannequin. That's the only thing you need to bring. I haven't been able to actually get with somebody that I could get like wholesale for mannequins, but you should already have it with your kit. So once I do this video, I'll actually go through the procedures. All I'm doing today is just going through, the kit that I have with it. So let me go ahead and get this ready. I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna put it sideways so that way y'all can see it better. Oh, can't rotate it. It already told me. So I'll be leaving it this way. And today we have our lovely model. This is Amanda. So I used her on my other videos, and I actually need to get her all ready and everything, but I hadn't had a chance. So I just went ahead and put something on there just so that way when it comes up to the waxing, I can kind of go over it with y'all, and y'all can actually see what I do. So let me get this adjusted. Hope everybody's doing good. It's been crazy. We've actually been staying pretty busy as far as our kits and everything like that. So I want to thank everybody. So the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to be able to see that it does come in a box that is reusable. So once you open it, and the only thing I'm missing in there because I'm having to order is some more pop-ups, because the pop-ups is what we're going to be using for the trash can. So the first thing, of course, is going to be your pre-exam setup. That one is going to have it's backwards. But it comes with your EPA that's already labeled. It comes with the sanitizer. I do put a first aid kit because I want to make sure that if anything happens, you actually are able to have a first aid kit just to be in the safe side. With the pop-up, I do have a trash bag. And once the pop-up is on there and your trash bag, I have the labels for the trash. Now, the one thing that's different from our labels from everybody else's labels is that ours is laminated. You can see that we do create these. There's some bigger trash labels that I make also. We're in the process of trying different ways of doing our labels. But for right now, for the estheticians, those are the ones that we have. I do also make a homemade sanitizer. I don't have it in here, but I do make it. And it comes in a spray bottle like this. So you get the regular hand sanitizer plus the homemade one. And it makes it so much easier because a lot of the sanitizers I feel that are real sticky. So I make it, basically I use hand sanitizer. I mix it with alcohol, and then I also use drops. Some people like the jasmine. Some people like what's the other one? Lavender, eucalyptus. So it'll make your test a little bit easier. And then of course I do have and it's way on the bottom. I do have a roll of paper towels. The roll of paper towels are actually going to be what you're going to use on the bottom. So every time you change out to the next service, you just got to get a piece of paper, put it on. You don't have to worry about so many towels. I've noticed that this actually helped me out a lot when I did my test. I did my test in December, It wasn't an esthetician test because I'm already a licensed cosmetologist. I actually did the barber one. So this was my best friend. I actually have pictures where I used it all the way to the end of the roll. So if you're going to be using this kit as your mini board prior to you going to StateBoard, I would suggest using a different kind of paper towel so that way you can save these for your StateBoard. So let me go ahead and put everything back here. So this is everything that's included. I don't know if you can see with the glare. Your paper towel, your hand sanitizer, your EPA bottle. There is a trash bag, a pop-up hamper, which I am getting some because they were out of stock, so I'm ordering them, so they should be coming pretty soon. And then, of course, the large box of items, you know, for the items, which is this one. So the next thing that you're going to be doing when it comes up to your test, and I actually have the PSI up just so I can make sure, is your eyelash strip application. So everything that comes in your eyelash strip application, you get 2 towels, you get the headband, eyelash curler, natural eyelash, dramatic eyelash, your eyelash glue, you get your eyelash spool, tweezers, eyelash scissors, a cape because you do got to drape your cape, your mannequin, and then the processing cap. Alrighty? So let me get that out. And this is your eyelash strip application. So let me go ahead and take everything out. So of course, here's your two towels that you need. The next thing is your headband. And I usually, when I get when I put everything in there, everything is new, so it stays packaged until you open it. And then here is the processing cap that you're going to use. Of course, you're going to have your band that you're going to be using, and then your processing cap. Now, I've had different people tell me different things when it comes up to the eyelash application. I actually used the book. When I went to a PSI meeting, the one thing they did say was you need to follow the book. But I noticed that on the eyelash application, at least for the cosmetology, let me check for the esthetician. So the one thing I do notice that is not on there is the eyelash curler, okay? Now, everybody's different. Everybody teaches you different. But in the book, it does says that you need to prepare the eye. And again, it does say it in the PSI. In the PSI, it says, sanitize hands, prepare the mannequin for service, prepare the strip lash, and apply the strip lash, okay? So you're going to get 4 points. Out of those 4 points, for the safety criteria, because those are the 4 points you can earn, out of the safety criteria, it says properly dispose of waste materials, ensure workstation, ensure draping, replace contaminated items, ensure containers remain closed, kit remain sanitary, and avoid cross-contamination. Now, when you put your container, you're going to actually close the container every time that you need to get something out, because y'all do not have a cabinet like we do, or barbers, cosmos or barbers, when they go. Y'all actually, oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Take it back. You will be, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the manicurists. You will be able to have an area where you can put everything in. So you can actually get the container if for some reason you forget your pop-up, but you will have your trash. You can actually put the trash, open it up, and as long as it's labeled trash, you can use the container as your trash, or you can use your pop-up, but you got to make sure this container stays closed. So one thing is, every time you pull something out, you got to make sure you close your container. You also got to make sure that you close your bag. So anyway, back to the eyelash. When it comes up to preparing the eyelash, of course, you're going to make sure that your mannequin has the eyelashes on there. Now, I do provide, this is, and you can see the difference. This is a natural, this is dramatic, okay? I make my students go ahead and put both eyelashes on the mannequin. Let me bring her sideways here. You can see her, but I do make them put the 2 eyelashes. Now, it's up to you. Some people will just put them on, some people will put tape on them. I personally like to go ahead and put it right underneath where the indention is. Let me see if I can show you. But there's like a little indention right in this area of the eye. I make them do it just like a regular eye. So it's up to you if you want to be able to use super glue, but on the natural, not on the dramatic. The dramatic, you got to actually use the natural eyelash glue. So I go ahead and make them do both. And the only reason why is because, when you're about to put these dramatic, I want the reader to see that you can see the difference. Of course, when you only have one, you're not going to see it as dramatic. But when you put that second one on the one eyelash, you will see that there is a difference. So the way that you're going to prepare it, once your regular lash is on, you are actually going to go in there, you're going to curl the eyelash. Now I know, because this is a mannequin, your eyelash curler is not going to hit all her eyelash. So if anything, mock that you're doing it, and then of course you're going to go back with your spoolie. You're going to make sure that it looks good. If you need to do it again, do it again. But you want to make sure that you use the eyelash. Will they give you a point for it? I'm wanting to say, because it's part of setting up your mannequin, yes. But again, it says prepare the mannequin for service. So of course that is a part of your putting your cape on. But the part that says prepare for the eyelash, this is why I'm saying in the book it says that you got to use an eyelash curler. So, it just depends on what you're taught, what your instructor has taught you. I'm just a tool. I'm just giving you guidelines of what I do. Whatever you're comfortable with, that's up to you. Okay? So, of course, the one thing that's going to end up happening is once you prepare it, you're going to go ahead and, use your tweezers to take off the eyelash. So you're going to take off the eyelash. You're going to measure. They do want to see that you're measuring, because that's part of preparing. You also want to make sure that once you prepare it, you got your eyelash, you are going to cut a little piece, because of course we know that eyelash is too big for the mannequin's eyes. So you want to cut a little bit off. Now, I usually tell them, and as if you can see how it's shorter there and longer here. I would have them cut it off on this side. It's up to you if you want to cut this side, but I usually go this way. Now, another thing, take consideration. If you're left-handed, put your eyelash on the left-hand side, which is actually the right-hand side if you're turning the mannequin. But it's the left-hand side. If you're left-handed, do the right-hand side. So if you're right-handed, do the left. If you're left, do the right. And the reason is because when you're getting ready to do the wax, if you have eyelashes that are stuck on there, it's going to be so much easier for them to do the wax on this side. And the reason is because if you're right-handed, you want to be able, and I'll explain it once I get to the wax, it's easier to apply it, because if you're right-handed and you got the eyelash here, you're going to go this way, I can guarantee you that they're going to end up going backwards. So that's just a FYI. You don't have to do it, whatever you're comfortable. If you want to do the eyelash here and you want to do the wax here, that's up to you. So, whatever is easier for you. So again, you're going to make sure that you cut it. You're going to put the strip on and make sure that it fits. Once it fits, you're going to put your eyelash glue. The glue that I use does have, let me see. I didn't want to open it because they're all closed, but you want to make sure that it is, I prefer these over the squeezy bottles. It make the tubes, it makes it so much easier. And when you pull these eyelashes, you're going to end up holding it with the tweezers. So you're going to make sure that you put your glue on the eyelash. You're going to be holding it. Put the glue, of course, you don't want to blow on it. The reason is because you're going to be, if you blow on it, what is it doing? Causing contamination. So you just want to make sure that you fan it this way, that way, whatever way, because of course, if you put too much, of course, it's not going to stick as well. It's going to take a little bit of time. And then once you got your eyelash, you're going to go ahead and apply it. Remember your mannequin, some people teach it where they, have them backwards this way. And, you could apply it, or if you have her on a stand. So I really don't know how everybody's doing it. Some people are taking the half shoulder mannequin and that you can actually put on a tripod, so that way you can actually lean it back, and it's so much easier facing you. So, you know, it depends on what your preference is. But if you're going to be putting that eyelash, of course, you're going to be putting that eyelash, you want to be able to use either your spoolie, definitely your tweezers, and when you're applying it, you can use the back of the spoolie to make sure that it all is on there. And then with your tweezers, you're going to go in there to make sure that it is secure. The one thing I do tell my students is look on the side. Make sure that the natural lash and the dramatic lash are matching up. You don't want a big gap. And the reason is because if you have a big gap, they're going to know that you don't know how to put eyelashes. So always look on the side of the eyelash to make sure that it's even. So there's a couple of spoolies in here. I love that I found different colors, so I got different colors of spoolies. And then, of course, everything else is in there, so I'm going to put this back. So that's the eyelash application. For the eyelash application, you actually have 14 minutes. So you're going to be able to do enough in 14 minutes. So that's the eyelash. Let me put this up real quick. The next one that you're going to be doing is the cleansing. So remember, she's already going to be draped. She's already going to have your drape on. Now, unless you got her dirty, you're going to change out the towels, because I will provide you with some extra towels. But most of the time, she's going to be draped from that first time. It does say sanitize hands, remove eye makeup and lipstick. Remember, your mannequin is going to go with eyeshadow and lipstick. My only advice, do not use MAC eyeshadow or MAC lipstick. I love the product, okay, but it's not made for mannequins. What's going to end up happening is that it's going to be stained. So you want to try to go as natural as you can, but you got to remember it has to go with makeup. So make sure that, you know, the day of your StateBoard, make sure that she is prepped. She's going to have eyelashes on. She only needs one, but I prefer the two when it comes to the natural. She's going to have a little bit of eyeshadow and a little bit of lipstick, okay? Or, you know, make it like a nude lipstick. But you do, you know, when you do clean it, then you want to be able to see when you wipe it off. All right, so that one is going to be the cleansing. So, of course, she's already going to be draped. So for the cleansing, this includes the eye makeup remover, the cleansing cream, cleansing wipes or SD wipes. I usually put the SD wipes, the wipies, and the other reason why is because of the makeup. It makes it so much easier. I also put cotton rounds. I don't have it on here, but let me get them real quick. I have an assistant now, so my son, and so he's been helping me pack my bag. So he's still learning. By the time he's done, he's probably going to be able to pass all these tests without even going to school. Just kidding. He still needs to school if he goes. So anyway, so again, you'll have your wipes, you have your makeup remover, cleansing cream, and then your cotton rounds. So the first thing that you're going to do, of course, it's going to have makeup on. You are going to use your cleansing cream. Your eye makeup remover. You know, you're going to go ahead. She's already going to be draped. She's probably going to be leaning towards this way. Facing, you know, usually our chest is usually facing their neck. And then when you do that eye makeup remover, all you have to do is put a little bit. You're going to get one pad, clean, get another pad, or you can, if you clean with one pad, make sure you clean. You can go ahead and, you know, do it this way or get 2 different pads. The biggest thing is, of course, you want to make sure that you're as clean as possible. So to be on the safe side, I'll probably get another pad. So one pad here, and then of course one pad that's going to go here. That is it for the eye makeup remover. Okay, you don't have to do the whole face. You're doing just the makeup. The reason is because then the next one is the cleansing, and then you have some These are actually, they're plastic. So once you finish practicing, you can clean them off, save them, sanitize them, you know, so they're pretty, they're pretty sturdy. They're not like wood, so they're not porous, so you can use them again. So when you do your cleansing, of course, you're gonna open up, you gotta make sure you close your bottle, put it in your hand. I usually tell my students to put it on the side of their hand. And then from there, you're gonna dot, 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 dot. This is a cleansing. So there isn't a step as far as massaging. This is just cleansing. You're just gonna be going around the face, making sure you get everything. The reason I tell people to leave the eyelashes on, so that way they can respect the eyes. Just like if it's a human, the only thing is that her eyes aren't closed. So, you know, you're gonna be cleansing the nose, the upper lip, the chin. It's best that you actually go down in here, just as if, you know, she has it open in this area, especially if you have the shoulder one. You know, you don't want to go too far, but you want to make sure that you're, you know, showing that you are cleansing, and, you know, go all the way around. Once the cleansing, this is already closed, you could go with two things. You can actually go with the wipes to remove everything, or you could use the wipes and then go back with the pads. And the only reason I'm telling you to go back with the round pads is because, remember, she's plastic. So the cleansing, if you put too much cleansing on there, it's going to stay oily. So this is just to help remove some of the cleansing cream off, and then you go back and you could use your wipes to make sure everything is gone. Okay? And of course, once you're done, you raise your hand, and they know you're done with that service. Okay, so that is the cleansing. The next one is going to be the steaming. Now, again, I'm just here as a tool. I'm not here to replace any instructors. Some of y'all might have already been out of school a while, trying to remember how to go back and do your testing. So that's all I'm doing, is I'm creating these videos just to help out. Later on, I'm going to go and make, you know, where I'm actually going to be doing it. This is just telling you what my kit is, okay? And at the same time, kind of giving you some little tips here and there. So the steaming service, you can go with your towels already wet. These are not wet. These are actually dry. But if you don't want to deal with having to go to the sink and, you know, wring it out, go with them already wet, okay? The only points that you're getting for the steaming, prepare the towel for service, drape the towel to cover the face, okay? So you're preparing the towel. You could go and put it in water, you know, making sure that everything is on there. Of course, there's not a steamer that you're going to do it, but if you already have it wet, they'll know that you already have it wet. And the biggest thing is that they want to see is that you're testing it to make sure it's not hot. Of course, we know it's not going to be hot, but before you put it on the face, is you want to be able to, you know, you're of course you're going to have it in an angle like this. Let's see if you can see it. You're going to have an angle like this, and then you're going to go with your inside of your arm, because this is where the most gentlest part of your body is. You're going to go in, you're going to test it. So you want them to see that you're testing it. And then when it comes up to putting it on the face, let me see if I can do it well. I know she's backwards here though. Let me see if I can do it this way. Can y'all see her? So what you're going to do is, you know, of course, she's already, remember, she's going to be draped still. The only way you're going to be changing that drape if it gets dirty. So if you have cleansing cream on it from the prior one, make sure you change your towel. They'll see that you're not keeping it soiled. And that's one thing. You want to make sure you stay constantly clean, you know, throughout your whole service. So remember, your blue towel is going to be down here, and your towel is going to, you know, this is going to be on your towel, and then your mannequin is going to be either here or on a tripod. So when you have your mannequin like this, you're not going to go on top of the hip face, okay? You're going to go around, just like if it's a client, and you're going to come in, you're going to go right underneath, oops, she's going to fall. You're going to go right underneath the lip. You're going to fold this, cover the eye, because you want to leave the nose open. Fold this as well. I need to get me a tripod, so that way I'm going to have to get me the other mannequin, so that way y'all can see it. And it's actually going to be completely covered. All right in here, the only thing that you're going to be able to see is her nose. So this is going to be covered right in there. I don't know if y'all can see it. So her nose is the only thing that's going to be exposed. So that way, you know, of course, if it was a client, they're going to breathe. And you leave it on for a little bit. That's the whole part of the steaming, because they want to make sure that you understand about the steaming part. Once this is over, take it off. Again, if that drape is wet because of the towel, you have an extra towel in here. So you could go ahead and remove that towel, replace the top with it, okay? So, you know, the biggest thing is that, again, you're just making sure that your client is well taken care of. That's the only thing that you're going to be given is those 2 points. The 6 points that you can be deducted is properly dispose of waste material. So once you take it off, put it in your bag. If you don't need to replace it, throw it in the trash. Ensure workstation stays clean. So after that, EPA, clean it, throw that away. Of course, you're going to be having your sanitizer, so you're constantly going to be EPing and sanitizing your hands. Ensure head drape is maintained. If this gets out of whack and you got to go back, fix it. Okay, fix it. At least they know that you're doing that. So you want to make sure that this stays fixed. You got to make sure that, you know, that no hair is sticking out. Of course, I don't have the drape on her, but you want to make sure that your band is, you're not going to get a band like this. Actually, the band that you get is the Velcro, so it's a little bit tighter. Replace any contaminated items. Of course, the only thing that could contaminate is going to be the towel that was dirty, that was on her chest, and so you're going to replace that if it needs to. Make sure your kit stays sanitary. You always want to make sure that it is locked or sealed. I don't do the little, as much as I'm trying to find other zippy ones. These are the only ones that are actually pretty strong. I tried other ones, they keep ripping, so I'm still getting with some vendors to see if I can get some, of course, without the name on it. And then avoid cross-contamination. So you want to make sure that if you put that towel in, say it was wet, and then you went, oh, that's dirty, and you take this one out, nope, it's already been contaminated. So don't even bother, because you already contaminated that towel, okay? The next one is going to be the massage. So this is your massage kit. The massage consists of the massage cream, towel, and SD wipes, or you can use the SD wipes, or you can use the cotton rounds again. So it just depends on what your preference is. I put in the wipes again, just because it is a massage. So again, your mannequin is already draped. You don't have to worry about it. Of course, she's going to be this way, not standing up, because we don't massage this way. We massage with them this way towards us, okay? So it includes your towel in case, you know, you need to replace afterwards. You have your massage cream. We bought coffee cappuccino. I should have smelt it. It smells good, but you know, I'm like, well, I wanted a little bit of smell. So if you decide I don't want any fragrance, let me know, and I'll just put the ones that don't have fragrance. But this one is a cappuccino. I'm a big coffee drinker, so yeah. And then of course your wipes, and then we have some spatulas again. You know, once you finish doing your mini board, you can actually just clean them, sanitize them, disinfect them. You can't sterilize them, but you can disinfect them and you can use them again. So when it comes to the massage part, again, make sure you put it in here. You don't put a lot of massage cream. You just want enough where your hands will glide over, you know, your mannequin. So, you know, she's like this. You're gonna, let me face her towards you. You know, put your dots in. Now remember, on this one, you're gonna be the points that you can earn. Sanitize your hands, apply massage cream, demonstrate effleurage manipulations, petrissage manipulations, your tapotement, and then remove the massage product. Those are the ones you can earn. The ones that can be taken away is, of course, properly dispose of waste materials, ensuring workstation remains sanitary, ensure head draping stays, replace any contaminated items. Again, it would be your towel. If your band gets dirty, I would suggest changing the band, or else take the band off and just leave the plastic. So, you know, just be careful when it comes. That's why I usually tell my students, put the band on and just put the plastic around. This way it won't make it dirty, because especially being white, you can see everything. Ensure containers remain closed. When you finish putting on the massage cream on your hand, close it up, put it in there, toss it away. You don't need it again. Or just throw it in the trash, you know, but you don't want to use it. You don't want to leave it open. You want to make sure that it stays closed. Make sure the kit remains sanitary. That's making sure that once you take it out that you close the kit, and avoid any cross-contamination. The only cross-contamination that you would do is if you double dip. So if you say you got your spatula, let me show you. Say you get your massage cream right, and you get your spatula, you go like this on the skin, you dip again on your spatula. Don't do that, because that'll look like you're cross-contaminating. All you want to do is grab enough, put it on there, and then start with your massage service. So on your massage service, like I said, you're going to be doing effleurage, which everybody does effleurage a little bit different. The way I've taught my students is to go in circles, you know, and I usually tell them go 3 times, you know, right in here. And I usually have them use these fingers. I don't know why I was using those, but I end up using the fingers going like this, you know. Some people go all the way around the face 3 times, you know, when it comes to the effleurage. Petrissage, the way I tell them to remember, it's pinching. That's why I have these fingers. Pinching. It doesn't say anything about losing contact with your mannequin. Years ago, yes, you had to make sure that you kept one hand. So we would always go to the temple, start, you know, go to the temple, start again. We never could lose contact. Here, they do not they don't take off a point if you lose contact, okay? So you've got to remember that. You only have 6 points, and that's not one of them, okay? Again, I'm just a tool. I am not to replace your instructor, but if your instructor says no, make sure you stay in contact. Do it the way she teaches you. Once you're out of school, do whatever you're comfortable with, okay? Demonstrate tapotement. Tapotement is the tapping. So, you know, you go around the eyes, you know, make sure that they're seeing you. You have 17 minutes. If you finish this in 6 minutes, that means you went too fast. So take a good minute to 2 minutes for each massage. So if you're doing the tapotement, you know, go back and forth, go around the eyes. If you want to go around the face, you know, you want to make sure that you give enough time where they're going to see each step you did, okay? Once you do that, then it's, of course, remove the massage product. Go with your SD wipes or your cotton rounds. You're going to remove all the massage cream. Throw it away. If you need to get another one, that's fine. Get another one. And you want to make sure that you're free from any of the massage cream that's left on there, okay? The next one is going to be your mask and moisturizing. You have 17 minutes for this one. Remember, every time you're taking a test, they're going to tell you halfway. And I forgot to say that in the beginning. They're going to tell you halfway when you're there. So for this one, you have 17 minutes. They will let you know when you have 9 minutes left. So that means you've already used 8. You'll have 9 minutes. If you're in a certain area, halfway, that's great. You want to make sure you're half of the way of whatever procedure you're at, so that way it'll give you the other half to finish up. So on the mask, you have the mask of moisturizing. It comes with the mask, towel, toner, and moisturizer. Another thing that I added just recently is I went ahead and did a mask brush. I gotta see what Estes, I think there was some that I need to put them in. I gotta get with them because they finally came in. I didn't think they were gonna come in on time, so I got some a mask brush to make it easier. You are going to get a towel, your mask brush. This is the mask product. You have your astringent, that's your toner, astringent, moisturizer, and then again you have your spatulas. Okay, so you would put your blue towel down after you finish cleaning it with EPA. Have everything down. The reason again for the towel is because that is going to help you remove anything, you know, when it comes up to the mask. Okay, so you're going to sanitize the hand. You're going to apply the mask. This, we found something that's a little bit thick but not too thick, so that way it'll act like the mask. I didn't want to put a mask because they're hard to remove when it comes up to the mannequin. You'll be leaving with a lot of things behind, and so I found this one, and it's actually working real good. So you would go ahead and apply the mask. You would use it, of course, you know. Now this, because you are going to be using it for the mask, you could go ahead and re-dip it, put it on. Once you're done, get rid of it, okay? You want to make sure, let me go ahead and take this out because this already came out. You want to make sure that you get rid of it, close it. Once the mask is on, you're going to go ahead and remove the mask. I would suggest, and this is me, I would suggest to have this wet so you can put it in a different plastic bag, and so that way it'll be easier to remove. Everybody's different, so if you, for some reason you feel, you know what, I think it's best that I have SD wipes in there, or I put it to not to disturb, or if you want cotton rounds to remove it, that's fine. You let me know what you're comfortable with and I'll put it in there. Once you take off the mask, then you're going to go ahead and apply the astringent. Everybody's different. I personally don't like it sprayed on the face. I usually tell my students, because, you know, of course the mannequin is laying down, or the person, I usually tell them spray it up so that way it'll fall down. Because I don't know about you, but if I had somebody go right in front of my face, I would not like it. So to me, this is more of a mist. And then at the end, you're going to apply moisturizer. I did put it more on a, you know, where you don't have to scoop it out. And that way you can put a little bit, you just want a little bit, put it around the face. That stays on. It does not come off. It stays on in the face. Okay? Alrighty. So, we will be doing your wax, your eyebrow wax. You put everything back. So on this one, that's what I'm missing. Let me get the eyebrow wax. I'll get it out of one of the other ones. Waxing with soft wax. You get a pair of gloves, spatula, wax strips, post cleaner, wax remover, cotton rounds, and container for wax. And now I realized I have 2 containers, and this one was not ready. Let me get the other one. Here it is, but you can tell that it doesn't have everything in there. So this is the wax service using wax. You have your gloves. You have your spatula. I put different kind of spatulas in there depending on what you're comfortable with. So I have the regular popsicle sticks, and then I have eyebrow ones, and I have thinner ones. This is your stimulated product for wax service. This is actually just petroleum jelly. I do not use honey. I don't want you to have a sticky mannequin. So, you know, that's, you know, my personal preference. Of course, you're going to have your cotton rounds. This is where, you know, I talked to another instructor, and, you know, in the book, again, it says that you need to prepare the eyebrow right, and then, you know, of course, at the end, you're going to clean it. So the 6 things that you are going to get points for. 1, wear the gloves. Prepare the area for 1 eyebrow for service. When it says that, to me, it's like the cleansing or the post. So this is going to have liquid in there. You're going to go ahead and put it on, clean your eyebrow, okay? It does not say cleansing. It does not say anything else. I'm just going by the book, okay? If you don't want to do it, that's up to you. But to me, that is part of prepare area for 1 eyebrow. You know, so on your list, again, it does not say cleansing product. It doesn't say post product. It doesn't say pre-product. It doesn't say anything. I myself just decided it would be the cleansing, okay? Demonstrate proper application for fabric. Oh, that's there. Let me get the strips. See, sometimes I forget, and I think that's why that one wasn't done, because we were gonna finish it and I hadn't had a chance. You get strips, so of course once you get them, you're gonna go in and cut them. So I put enough where it'll be enough for you to practice a couple of times. So of course you're gonna get your eyebrow strip. Once you apply, you know, once you open it, apply it, close it, throw it away. Make sure that you throw away whatever stick you end up using. You're going to get your eyebrow, your wax strip. You can do either the bottom, or you could do the top, or you could do the middle. Whatever, as long as it ends up being in the eyebrow area, because the whole thing is that it says prepare an area for an eyebrow. Do not do it anywhere else. Don't do it on the lip. Don't do it on the chin. Don't do it on the side. You want to make sure it's in the eyebrow area. You only have to show 1 area. You don't do the bottom and the top and the middle. Just pick 1 area. Once you demonstrate the proper removal of wax, of course, you're going to, put the wax on. You're going to go ahead. You're going to have your wax strip. Make sure that you hold it taut. So you're going to pretend like you're holding it taut. You're going to apply your wax strip on there, and then once you pull it, you can get it, pull it this way, pull it this way. Of course, you're going to go opposite, okay? So depending on what side, that's why I'm saying it depends on which side you're comfortable with. You just want to make sure you pull opposite of it, and then you're going to apply post wax. So on there, it does not say post wax on the PSI where it says, things that have to be labeled. It says soothing lotion. So that's your post wax. So you're going to go ahead, get another one, apply it on there. That is it. My biggest thing is do not leave your cotton out, okay? Don't leave it on the table. Once you use it, throw it away, sanitize your hands. Once you use a stick, throw it away, sanitize your hands. Even though you have gloves on, you still want to sanitize. This isn't stopping you from sanitizing, okay? This is just something to protect you. It is not going to be a sanitation, okay? This is just a tool, just like your anything that you would use a chemical, you would use gloves, but it's not sanitation, okay? This is just to protect you. So remember, you've got to go back and sanitize your hands. Once you're done, of course, you're going to go back with your EPA, clean everything off. The last thing you want to take off, once you clean up the areas, you want to take off your gloves, throw it in the trash, and then, raise your hand. This, you have 14 minutes, so once you get halfway, which is 7 minutes, they'll let you know. So by the time you hit 7 minutes, you should be on the part where the waxing is. Take your time. You got a long time just for that 1 eye. The next one is your blood exposure. You have 12 minutes. Now, remember, your mannequin is still going to be draped, okay? If on this last one you want to take everything off, that's fine. We're going to pretend she got a cut, in her eyebrow, her forehead, her lip, her nose, wherever. She's going to still be there. So this is your blood exposure. Your blood exposure is going to consist of 2 Ziploc bags, 1 pair of gloves, your antiseptic, gauze or cotton, Band-Aid. Now, this is finger for cosmetology, so ignore that because this is for everybody. Cosmetology, the only ones I use a finger, but you're going to actually use the forehead of your mannequin or anywhere around the mannequin. So, of course, if you happen to see any bleeding, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go in and stop the service, sanitize your hands, prepare the area. You're going to go ahead and put your blue towel, take everything out and put it where the blue towel is, okay? Everything. So you're going to have your cotton, your Band-Aids, everything on there. Once everything is out, you're going to close, your bag, throw it in the trash, because the only bags that you need open are going to be these. These are actually going to be double, and the reason is because if it has anything to do with blood and any fluids, you want to make sure that this is double bagged, okay? So once it's in there, go ahead and reopen it. Have it open so that way you don't have to mess with it, okay? So you're going to have it open like that. Remember, you have a blue towel there. Sanitize your hands. You're going to go ahead and put your gloves on. Once your glove is there, you're going to go ahead and stop the bleeding. So if she has bleeding here, you're going to go ahead and stop the bleeding. Remember, I have gloves on. You're going to take the bleeding. You're going to put this first one. Remember, it's supposed to have blood. You're going to put it in that first one. Go ahead and close that one. This one could stay open, but go ahead and close this one. Sanitize your hands again. This time, you're going to go ahead and prepare it. So you're going to get antiseptic, spray it, clean it. You're going to reopen this. Put it in there, okay? Put in there. You still have gloves. Close it up again. Sanitize your hands. Now, if you want to close both, that's fine. I'm just trying to make it a little bit easier. Sanitize your hands. Now you're going to go ahead, put the Band-Aid on. Whatever is left over, okay, anything that's left over, I would go ahead and suggest the only thing you should still have on is your gloves. You're going to grab everything, even though you might not have used it, put it in there. Put this one in there. The last thing you're going to take off is you're going to take off your gloves. Now, when you take off your gloves, you're going to take one out and the other, they should actually look like this when you're done. Put it in here. Zip up this bag. Oops, sorry. Zip up that bag. Zip up this bag. Throw it in the trash. Sanitize your hands. EPA. Sanitize your again, and pick up your hat. The 6 points you can earn for this one is wear your gloves, apply pressure to your simulated cut, clean simulated cut, bandage simulated cut, properly dispose of used material, sanitize your hands, okay? The 6 that you can take off is properly dispose of, that's your safety criteria. Properly dispose of waste material, ensure workstation area remains sanitary, replace contaminated items, ensure containers remain closed when not in use, kit remain sanitary, and avoid cross-contamination, okay? So once you're done, that's it, okay? That time you have your hand up. Your mannequin shouldn't have nothing on her. The final thing they're going to do, remember, you're going to have your paper towels there, you're going to have your sanitizer, you're going to have your EPA. Every time you change your service, you're going to EPA, sanitize your hands. So that's the purpose of having everything in your station. Once you're done, everything is going to be in your pop-up, okay? Last thing, end of examination, disinfection. Dispose of used material. So these are the 3 points that you can get taken off. Dispose of used materials, disinfect workstation and clean area, remove all supplies and materials and personal belongings. So by this time, grab your mannequin, throw her in the hamper or whatever you have. You're going to get your EPA, spray it down completely. I don't know if y'all are going to use, I've never gone for, I was a model for an esthetician, but at the time we had the beds. So I don't know what they're using right now because I was a model. So they had beds. So I have to sit on the side or stand up. they had to clean down the beds because that's what they have. So I don't know what they're using. I don't know if they're using the beds as far as just putting the mannequin there and you're able to sit down. I don't know if they're having you stand up. That's the one thing I don't know. If you did take your esthetician test, please, please, please comment. Let us know if they're using beds or if they're using manicure tables or if they're using just a regular tables where you're using a tripod. So that way I can help out those that haven't gone. So far, I don't know anybody who's gone to take their esthetician test during COVID. So please, please, please reach out to me. It would be nice so that way you could tell your fellow estheticians, hey, just so you know, this is what they're using. Like I said, when I went a couple of years ago as a model, and I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, they actually used the bed, so you have to make sure that you clean the bed. So if it's the bed, you're going to clean the bed. They also have a little tray. Clean the tray. The way you got it is the way that you want to leave it, okay? Personally, this is me, okay? Again, this is me. This is my only advice. I'm going to go ahead and take this off and sorry, I didn't mean to turn it off, but let me turn it towards me. So, the only thing I would suggest is to make sure that you wipe everything off. Like I said, if it's the station, wipe everything down. I would suggest it's still sweeping, okay? There is brooms and dustpans. And the only reason why, and I'm going to turn it around so that way you can see, on the PSI, let me go over here. On the PSI, when it comes up to your equipment, it says broom and dustpan. There is a covered trash can. So if you don't have a trash can, that you use your covered trash can. They have a clock where you can see it, and then it says workstation manicure tables with chairs. So that's why I don't know what they're using. But at the end, when you are cleaning up, please, 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 please don't forget to sweep your area. You're probably going to be the only one that's going to do it. And once you do it, you're going to start seeing everybody else do it. And you just want to make sure that you are disinfecting that area because they gave it to you clean. They did not give it to you dirty. So again, depending where you're at, if they're using the station, like the cosmetology station, you want to make sure you clean the mirrors. You want to make sure that you clean the station that they're using. Anything, even if it's the hydraulic chair, anything that you're close to, clean it down. Now, you don't want to, the cabinets, you don't want to go in there and clean the whole cabinets. Like I said, I don't know what they're using. If you are an SD that's already been licensed, please let us know so that way I can share it. And, be the one. Oh, my glasses are crooked. Sorry. I sleep with them on. So anyway, I want to thank everybody that's taking time. If you need an SD kit, let me know at the end of the month. Everybody that buys a kit from me, and I don't know if y'all got to see it last time, but I do give away 2 gifts. The gifts that are usually things that you can use. So like somebody got a trolley, somebody else got a sanitizing area, little thing so that way they can sanitize their tools. So I don't know what I'm going to do this month, depending. I know in October and November, they are going to be big prizes, okay? So, but I try to make it where you're going to be able to use it because, you're going out there to get a license. So again, please, please, please share my videos. I'll be going through as soon as I do all my other videos as far as everything that's in the kit, I will then start breaking down the whole process, and I'll be doing them. I've taught aesthetics. I've taught, almost everything. The manicurist, but I did the barber on my, by myself. So I went through the barber test. And then, of course, being a cosmetologist and teaching Cosmo and SD and manicure, I can say I've all done all 4, tests. So I'm I'm not saying that I know it all, but I can give you little extra hints that maybe have been forgotten, and to make it easier. But again, thank you for taking your time to being here, and just share my videos. Thanks. Bye-bye.